Than we had in the last frame. What does this frame hold? But as we always say, Ken, you're just looking for one chance, and has that come immediately?
Well, it's a terrible break off from Barry Hawkins. He'd be very disappointed. In the last frame, John Parrott always says you only want one chance, and first chance now to Judd Trump. Needs the cue ball to travel.
One.
Looks just about okay. A couple of reds to go at here. One at the bottom of the pack does pot, and the one to the extreme right also pots as well.
There's Judd down, Steve. He'll be going through the mill here. He's, as I've always said, it's harder watching than playing. At least when you're playing, you've got the cue in your hand.
6.
I'm going to sit and suffer, but they'll be glad to be into a deciding frame, because it certainly looked at times where Judd was going to let this slip away, and that needs to stop short
7.
of the baulk line. Just about okay.
Yeah, and how well did he play that shot? Potted the red. Used the angle of the red to split the other reds. Have a look at this. Now, one good positional shot here. He's got to be precise, and doesn't look like this straightforward to get onto a red. But if he gets onto a red from here,
Green.
excellent opportunity for him. Well, it was certainly a different way of
10.
trying to get onto a red there, using deep screw. Oh, look at this. Tried to arc it around the blue. Too much of it. Tried to hit the pink. Oh, great shot. Fantastic recovery pot.
I think the black is available if you can get on a red to play on it. That was a brave shot. At that speed, you know if it doesn't go in, it's going to stay in the jaws of the pocket. And it is as a decider. So a good positional shot here. If you can get position on the black, get the black into play. Is he hard enough?
14.
Well, there's a possibility of a plant on these reds. We're just swinging round. Well, they're very close to being a plant. And the other red, if it had just rolled 1/8 of an inch, he'd have had a clear run through to this red to the right corner. But the two reds above the black look as though they could be a plant. And this looks like a plant, but a bit more difficult. But played it well, played it well. Wasn't as easy as it looked because there was a gap between the two reds. But played it confidently and played it as though he means business to win frame and match at this visit, if he possibly can, as we come to the 3-hour mark. And it's flown, those 3 hours.
Yes, it's gone very quick, isn't it? It's so exciting. Always in the last frame decider.
$21.
Pink spot is covered, so pink goes on the black spot.
I'm just thinking what will be going through Barry's mind, Ken. Break off and leave your opponent with a pot.
22.
You know, schoolboy error we can call it, but dear me, to only have the one shot, and this was it.
Yeah, very short with the cue ball. And he may not get another shot in this match. That will certainly disappoint him, and of course he had those couple of chances in the previous match as well. He had the blue, he missed the black over the left centre to get onto the yellow.
29. 30.
Just the pace of that nice. When he potted the black, he knew it was going to be tied up somewhat, but the black should still be available into both corner pockets as long as he finishes high on it. But you've got to be impressed with Judd Trump here.
35.
When he was 5-3 down, he looked for all money that he was going to go out, but then he replied
36.
with a marvellous 105 to win frame 9, and, well, the last frame could have gone either way, but the shot on the blue, considering the pressure, was exquisite.
Yeah, and we see from that shot a couple of reds
41.
will pot into this bottom right hand corner pocket. Already built up
42.
42-point lead now, so he's slowly getting to the stage where Barry Hawkins will need snookers, but still a bit of work to do just yet.
47.
Yeah, 47 ahead, but still 83 remaining, so he's looking for 3 reds, 3 colours.
48.
Just about got an angle, I think, on this blue. What Kyle tell us, yeah, just can force it over if you hit the blue in the left-hand side of the pocket.
Yes, and he can drop this red in.
53.
Get onto the black that will pot, as you said, John. It should be available into both corner pockets. Has a choice of reds, of course. Can take this one with the rest.
Yeah, I think it'd be rather be on the one on the left-hand corner, but he doesn't feel as though he can pot that without nudging off another red, which might just affect the position on the black. Playing the one with the rest, it's a clear run through, or a clear path to go back for the blue. I'd say play for the black, but it just makes this red a little bit more difficult, because you've got to finish high on the black. If you finish low, then you possibly can't get to the potting angle. He's looking for this red colour and one more red. Well, he thinks
54.
he can get to the black this way, but he's going to have to pot it and then leave himself a not too easy red for the frame and match. And Barry, well, breaks off, went back to his seat, and it doesn't look as though he's going to come out of it with a chance. Well, unless it's snookers required. How a game can turn on its head.
Yeah, he's just coming around.
Black.
Just pot the black. There's a couple of reds available into the right centre, so he's got one big shot coming up. 61 ahead, 67 remaining. This red into the right centre will put him into the quarterfinals. And what a comeback this will be. It's there. Great shot.
62.
And there you see the reaction from Judd Trump. Tells you what it means to him.
Yes, Ken, and I think it's a performance he should be proud of, because it's not as if he's
68.
been given this. He's had to produce. Barry Hawkins, okay, in the last frame had 2 frame and match winning chances, but prior
69.
to that, Barry Hawkins has played some superb snooker. It takes 2 to make a great match, and Barry Hawkins, okay, just fell short, but Judd Trump had to step up to the plate,
75.
and he's done just that.
76.
how nice it would be to finish with a century.
83.
Already had a couple of centuries in this match. This would be a fantastic
84.
finish, but hats off to Judd Trump. He's responded when the pressure and the questions were asked.
Well, as we say so many times, and I'll just go back to the vagaries of this game. Barry Hawkins
91.
breaks off, didn't find the baulk cushion, left one red on, and he's just had to sit there and suffer ever since and mull over those missed chances in the previous frame to knock the favourite for the tournament out. But as I say,
98.
every credit to Judd Trump. This is one of the best comebacks I've seen him make.
100.
You don't dispute his talent and his ability, but when it comes to the nitty-gritty of having to fight your way back into a match, did he have it? Yes, in spades. A little bit of an
107.
exhibition shot, but it doesn't matter. He'll be a mighty relieved young man. On numerous occasions he'd have thought he was going out of this tournament. But that was a tremendous break of 107. Warm handshake from Barry Hawkins, nothing to be ashamed of. But Judd Trump absolutely delighted. He'll reflect on chances gone, will Barry? But Judd Trump, mighty relieved. The favourite is eventually through to the quarter-finals. He wins 6 frames to 5.
Well played, John. Brilliant, mate.
And he sure did it the hard way. But Judd Trump, the world #2, is through. And gentlemen, your assessment of the way he did that. 2 centuries in the last 3 frames.
The performance of a champion. Simple as that. Left one red in the middle pocket after Barry's break and made the century to win. Absolutely top class. Position, 4 or 5 shots on the trot to get on the blue. Every one of them the right side of the blue in perfect position, and an outstanding performance.
Stephen, Barry Hawkins' phone is going to be off the hook for a while, isn't it?
Oh, he's not going to want to watch this tournament for the rest of the week. That blue especially will haunt him for a long time. But as John said, what a performance by Trump. You know, those are the things you've got to do. If you're the top player, you've got to keep producing. People are going to try their hardest to beat you, and you've got to be able to be that little step better.
And it just